Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Jesse and I make videos on budgeting, saving money, paying debt, and financing everyday expenses. If this interests you, please consider subscribing. I upload videos 3 times per week. Let's get into it. Alright, so in today's video we're going to be doing some envelope stuffing. Hopefully you guys enjoy that. If you do, please make sure to stick around and watch this entire video. Now, the last few weeks, or actually maybe like 2 videos ago, I created, and let me show you guys, I created this for the entire year, and honestly after thinking about it, it kind of doesn't make sense for me right now. I think it might be better just to do these budgeting every single month, because the money that we're going to be bringing in is going to, you know, fluctuate. So for now on, we're just going to be doing it month by month. That way it's easier for me to track and easier for you guys to see. So this is what we created. Actually, my wife created this. Looks pretty nice. She has much better writing than me, so she went ahead and created this. Okay, so let me show you a breakdown before we get into the stuffing the envelopes. So here at the top we have the income. We have paycheck 1, which we're going to stuff today, which is a total of $2,000. Again, make sure to stick around the entire video so you can see where we're going to be putting all that cash. Paycheck 2 is blank. Why? Because we haven't gotten it. Paycheck 3 and paycheck 4. Since we are newly married, of course we have combined our incomes, and we do get paid, at least I get paid every other week. My wife gets paid twice a month. That means twice a year. Since I get paid every other week, I do get an extra 2 checks basically. Okay, and my wife only gets 2 checks per month. Just wanted to mention that. So, and this is how I basically broke it down. So we have expenses. We have amount due. Amount due is essentially how much we're going to pay for each of these expenses that I'm going to mention, how much we're going to be paying on a monthly basis. C1 means check 1, C2 check 2, C3 check 3, C4 check 4. Okay, pretty simple. So let me just go ahead and mention all the expenses that I've listed here, and also the amount due for the entire month. All right, so rent, currently we do pay $1,600. It does seem a little high, but living in California, actually this is a really good deal, because the apartment that we do have is actually a 2-bedroom apartment and 1.5 bath, and the city that we live in is pretty nice. Okay, utilities, I'm very happy someone mentioned this on another video. I had completely forgot about it. I forgot about including utilities. Okay, utilities is basically going to be the gas and electricity for the apartment. The actual owners of the apartment, they cover everything else. So the only thing that we're responsible for is gas and electricity. And on average, we are paying around $60 a month. So whoever said that, I apologize, I forgot your name, but thank you so much for pointing that out. Now, groceries, we are only going to budget $100 for this month, and that is because we have some cash over from last month. Okay, typically when it comes to groceries, we do budget it's a total of $300. So what I'm trying to say is, last month we did have $200 left over, so that's why we're only putting 100, which is going to bring it up to the 300 mark. Okay, and then we're going to count the envelopes right now as well to see how much money we actually have. Car gas, we're only going to put in 100. Again, we have some cash left over from last month, so we're just going to add 100. And if I'm not mistaken, for car gas we do budget a total of $350 on a monthly basis. Cell phone, everything that's going to stay the same. Cell phone, we do pay $130 a month. Internet, it is $35. Spotify is $15. Student loans, I am sending $470 today, and I actually have a video specific just to student loans. If you guys are interested in that, I'll put it right here on the top, so you guys, on the card, so you guys can go see it. And technically in student loans we are $25,000 in debt in that. Okay, gym, it's around $50. Parents, we do still help out our parents, so we do pay them or give them $300 on a monthly basis. Vacation, we do set aside around $150, and fund money is $15. Fund money might be a little too high, but as I mentioned, as we get more adjusted to this budgeting thing, we are gonna be able to essentially, you know, get better at it, and maybe later on in the year the budgeting might change, at least for the amount that we're putting in. Okay, so let me just fix the camera real quick, make sure it's in focus. Okay. Okay. So now what we have here is this is a budget. This is where I basically store all the envelopes, and we're gonna count them right now. So let me see. Let me just take them out so we can see how much money we have left over. That way we can start stuffing them. Okay. So Spotify, we have restaurants, we have groceries, and I think that's it. Okay. So I'm putting this to the side for now, and these are the envelopes. If you're wondering how I made these envelopes, all I did was buy these white envelopes at Dollar Tree. I bought like the box that has like 50 of them for $1, and I went ahead and went on Word doc, printed this out. I typed these categories on Word, printed them out, and basically just glued them on there. Okay, makes it a little bit easier. That way I don't spend too much money. Okay, at least for now. Maybe later on, when my wife gets a little bit tired of these, she might end up buying different ones. Okay, but at least for now, this is what we have. And the envelope that we have right here, this is actually the paycheck. And let me see, I do bank with Chase, so I do have the $2,000 right here, and we're gonna count it just to be sure that everything's in here. The reason I say that, I always like to double check, because typically when I do go to the bank and cash out, I typically use that machine that inside the bank. Sometimes the teller, it just takes too long, and I just go to the machine and just take it out, but we'll count it in a bit as well. So those are the 3 items that I have here, and of course here in the back I have the calendar for the entire year. Okay, it's just like a background that I like in order to keep myself, you know, updated on what I'm gonna do for the month. Okay, or at least when I'm gonna get paid. Now let's look at all these envelopes and see how much money we have on them. Okay, or how much money we have left over. So let's look at groceries. All right, so groceries, there is some cash in there. We do have, let's see, 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 120 still on groceries. Now, I'm gonna be totally honest. Sometimes we don't spend a lot of money on groceries, and I'll tell you guys why. Typically, we spend more money on restaurants, but the reason we don't spend a lot of money sometimes on groceries is because after work, typically we do go to our parents, and our parents do feed us dinner. So that does save some cash as well. For a restaurant, we haven't been that good. We have $20 left, but we're gonna be stuffing it in a bit. So I'll put that to the side. Spotify, I've always mentioned this. Spotify, I never put anything in Spotify because it just comes straight out of my check automatically, but it is $15. Okay, so I'll put this to the side. Car gas, let me see, I'm interested in car gas. I've been taking the public transportation, if you guys seen the other video, and that has saved me quite a bit of money. So let's see how much money we have here. 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 20, 40, 60, $160 still for car gas. So we're still good on that. And we're gonna fill it up in a bit. Rent is blank. And the rent is always due on the between the 1st and the 5th of the month, okay? So every time we budget, like for today, right? For this month, I should say. Every time we budget, at least for rent, the rent is going to be, although we're budgeting for January, rent will be for February, okay? Just FYI. Student loans is blank for today. Car insurance should be blank because we've already paid it for at least last month. For gym, blank. Parents, we already gave them the money, so it's blank. We have vacation, it's blank. Fun money, let's see. Yeah, there's nothing in here. We've had too much fun this month. Cell phone is blank as well. Internet is blank as well. Okay, so this is what we're gonna do. Okay, we're gonna start stuffing them. That way you guys can see. Okay, so let me know in the comment section right now, what do you guys think about the cash envelope system? Do you guys use it? Do you guys think it's useful? To be honest, for me, it has been useful. It has kept us on track so far, and I think for now we're gonna keep using it. Okay, so now before we start stacking everything, let me count the cash. Sometimes the cash, I do like it a certain way, especially like the face value of it. So that's what we're gonna do right now. I'm gonna go ahead and separate the cash. So we have all the 100s right here, as you guys can see. 100, they're all facing one way. Perfect. Let me put it there for now. The 20s, let's see. I'm gonna fix them right now. I like them face up, like this. So like this. Let's see. Oops, sorry. Let's see. And the rest of them are $5. Okay. 5, 5, 5. Facing one way. All right. I don't know. It's kind of weird, guys, but like I said, sometimes I like my cash facing one way. Maybe you guys are like that as well, but at least most of the time that's how I roll as well. Okay. So what we're gonna do first. Well, you know what? I should separate it. What we're gonna do first. We're gonna count the 100s, okay? And I have my calculator to make sure that I'm counting everything right or correctly, okay? Let me just pull up the calculator. Give me a second. So we have a calculator ready on my phone. So let's count out the 100s, okay? So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 1500 in $100 bills, okay? So I'm gonna put that right there. Let me count the 20s. Again, we should have $2,000 flat. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So we have 15 plus 20 $20 bills. This is 400 plus 15, that's 1900. So that means that we should have $100 bills in all fives. Okay, so let's count it out together. So we should have 20. So 1, 2, 3, whoops, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Perfect. Perfect. So we have everything there ready. Okay. So now the next step, since I've already explained how we're going to track it, I've already explained how much money we have left in our envelopes, and I've already counted how much we have in cash. Okay. So I went ahead and fixed everything accordingly based on the expenses that we see right here. That way we can go in order. Okay. So the first item that we have is rent. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to zoom in a little bit. Okay, so now as you can see right here, right? So for rent, for the first check is we're going to be putting away $400. Okay, so $400. Let me put it right there. So $400. So I'm going to get the rent. So first one is $400. So I'm gonna get $400 from here. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're gonna get the $400, put them in the envelope, and we're just gonna be putting this one to the side, okay? So the rent is good. Put that one to the side. Now, the next item is utilities. So for utilities, we're only gonna be putting in, let me see. Since it's 4 checks, 24, let's just put 20 bucks in there. Let's put $20 for utilities, okay? So we have $20. Well, actually, I don't have an envelope for utilities, so I'm gonna be just putting this one to the side. I forgot to get an envelope, so I'll just remind myself that goes in the envelope, okay? Now the next item is groceries. Groceries, we're only gonna put $100. Okay, so the 100 is gonna go in here. So again, groceries, put it to the side. So I went ahead and added it already. Okay, now the next item is restaurants, as you can see right here. Okay, so the next item is restaurants. So for restaurants, we're going to be putting in $100 as well. Okay, so restaurants, Good to go. Put it to the side. The next item is going to be car gas. It's another 100. So we're going to get the car gas. Put in the 100. All right, stuff it in there. Car gas. Put it to the side. Let me just make sure I write that down. The next item is cell phone. So cell phone, we are going to get 130. So 100, 20, 5, and 10. Okay. So $130. Let me put that to this side. So I just want to make sure I write it down and make sure I keep track. Internet is only going to be $35. So 20, 25, 30, 35. Okay. So these $35 are going to go in here. And we're good to go. So let me make sure I write it down. 35. Spotify, again, this comes straight from my bank, so I'm not gonna put anything in there. So I'll just put Spotify here. The next is gonna be the student loans. Student loans, I am gonna put 470. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So far it's 400, 20, 40, 60, and 65, 70. There we go. All right. So 470. Again, if you want to see a specific video on the student loans, it's right here in the card. All right. So that's that. 470. Car insurance, it's 170. So I'm gonna get 100, 20, 40, 60, 65, 70. Okay. So let me just lower this a little bit so you guys can see. Okay. So it's 170. I'll get the car insurance. Again, car insurance. Put it to the side. The next item is gym. Now gym is gonna be 50. So I'm gonna just put the 50 in there. So 20, 40, 45, 50. So 50 for gym. Parents. For the parents, let me just write it down. For gym is 50. Let me just put the dollar bills all the way down. So parents is for the month is 300. And so for today, we are only going to give them, I'm only going to put 100 for today. Okay. So 100 goes to them. All right. So parents. Vacation is going to be 150. So I'm going to get the 100, 20, 40, and 2 5s. 120, 40, 50. Vacation. We actually have a specific box for the savings, and this goes straight to there. Okay. Now for fun money, that will be whatever's left over. So as you can see right here, this is fun money. So let's discount it out. 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 20, 40. So that's 100, 140, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. So we have, let's see, we have 100 right there, plus 40, plus 35. So 175 for now. It's going to go to our fun money. Okay. So I'll leave this in here just for now. Okay. One thing I do want to mention, I hope I did the everything correctly. If I didn't, just let me know in the comment section. As I mentioned, we're always learning as we go. But so far, to be honest, the stuffing the cash envelopes has been working for us so far. Okay. So there we go. Everything has been stacked from rent all the way to fun money. And I think I'm just going to leave it there for today. If you guys do like these type of videos, if you want me to continue making them, please make sure to stick around, make sure to subscribe, like, comment, and turn on that notification bell as well. That way you get notified every time we upload a new video. We are typically uploading around 3 videos per week. Okay, other than that, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys later. Peace out, everyone. Have a good one.